Hi, how are we doing? There we go, we're now live. I had some slight layout changes today, so I'm a wiggly hound, picture lost tracking. Speaking of tracking, I do need to set that up, sorry. I'm aware I was a little bit slow starting the stream, but we'll get there. Just enough time to click some things. There we go, perfect. So hello, happy Sunday to everyone. We're on one of my favourite beaches in Viata, which I think is called Island Beach. Set that? Yeah, it's called Island Beach by Brain Rots with 2 T's. I generally love this. I would love to build something like this at some point. Don't want to say it's simple, it's not, but it's not complicated, which is good for a month like this. To be not complicated, you know, you want to come here, you want to be calm. Let's sort my trackers out a sec, where we're going to pull you in nice and close, you don't get to see what I'm doing. Too much, at least. Right. But anyway, how are you guys today? Full reset a sec, bear with. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. Quick mounting calibration. Okay, sorry about any weird angles. Still in the skiing pose. Last of all, calibrate for VR chat. No, make good. Green dots are all lined up. Let's just move you back, and we're good. So, let's pull up the live feed. Move that up there. So to be a little bit of a mixed bag today, guys, because, see? I was gonna play, some Euro Truck Simulators today, but to be honest, I don't know. So we got 2 hours together, and I've had like a big day out today. I left the house like quite early in the morning and spent the day with family. I'm quite tired, in all honesty, so talk to the moon and back, but I thought maybe stimulate the conversation. We can get a sort of a lesser spicy version of Whatsy up and rolling if you'd like, and that means I can just talk to you and you guys can interact with it. And this week I do need to put my mind towards more games like that. Something I've been thinking is when I split the stream into 2 parts. I don't think an hour is long enough on games. Really, I think I need to be streaming like a game session for 2 to 3 hours. I'm basically looking at increasing my out somehow. I may have to pull more time out of my bumhole, but maybe not every day. Maybe I'll do some days where I'll do 3-hour streams. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, also I think I need to practice a bit more at some games. What I've noticed is I keep jumping to lots of different games and I'm not good at any of them. So maybe I need to start getting good at them. Yeah. So, I'm thinking we'll warm this up by just doing a little bit of hot seat initially. Get some questions going. But we're honest, this is a wonderful beach. I actually love this. I jump here quite a lot, actually. I like the sounds. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, let's get a hot seat rolling, guys. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I've been out since early in the morning. I've actually been over in England, of all places. It's family. My family are all Welsh, but for some reason we decided to go out and have a wonderful meal together in a lovely place in England. In a place where I can't even remember the name of it. It was a nice place. Yeah. So, but back now. Back to recharge and relax for Sunday evening and back to work tomorrow morning. Alright. I'm gonna just load up the hot seat layout. Here we are, already loaded, guys. So, today's rules, I say it's gonna be a chilled one. I'm basically doing all categories except Call My Bluff. We'll hit 30 questions. I'm limiting the forfeit severity to mild and bad only because I'm just not feeling very active today. So I spent a lot of time falling asleep in the back of a car, so, yeah. We are enabling coin toss. It definitely will not be drinking mode, but work in the morning, and we will allow polls. Now, I'm not going to let you guys to pick the categories today, but all the forfeits. But I will allow you guys a 30% chance to pick the questions. So without any further ado, let's get this going. Hopefully, I've resized a few things, so I'm hoping you can read it. But to be honest, I'll read it back to you if anyway, so it's fine. do you want to do this for a little bit and we might play a game later. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually doing, like, if I want to do like a Euro Truck Simulator stream, go for 2 hours. But I think with things like Taxi and Flight Sim, I need to spend a bit more time actually playing them and getting a bit better at them to put on a better show for you lot. So I'm starting to get quite good at Euro Truck Simulator. It's a little bit. Okay, so philosophical. What do I think the long-term psychological effect of growing up in VR will be? That's a very, very interesting question. So I know most of you guys who have been in VR will be very aware that I know that various companies have been pushing these virtual reality platforms out to younger and younger audiences. And I think just opening up a can with one hand, this is going to go wrong. There we go. And I think that whilst it's great for kids to have access to this technology, from what I've seen all too often sitting in public lobbies over the years, is that children are learning very bad things off each other, whether it be language or attitudes. And kids in their formative years are really receptive to everything, and I think exposing them to each other and also to random anonymous adults saying things is incredibly harmful to kids. And I gotta be honest, the big social media crackdown that's happening across the group below, it's a bloody shame. I think kids are being exposed to an awful lot of very funny ideas that they never used to, and I think it's causing a lot of problems psychologically for the kids. I think it's really going to mess them up. I do think that whilst the technology is fine for kids to use, I think unbridled access to people on the internet, because don't forget, like, information can come in many forms. From its unmoderated information can really be wild. That can lead to radicalization. We've seen the effects of that. It's bad. So yeah, there needs to be more moderation. It needs to be tighter, especially on kids. And they should be able to talk to adults as well. So I think that's my answer. It's not a brilliant answer, but I certainly unloaded a whole lot of thoughts for you. Right, let's go next round. Gonna do this to 30 rounds or whatever today, so yeah. Okay, what do we got? Oh, another philosophical. Wow, we're hitting those today, aren't we? Okay, that's cool. Okay, viewers decide, so you guys get to pick the question. So it's going to be quite small, I hope you can read it. May have to go full screen. Should we bring back extinct species if we can? Is that A? B. Explain Maya, illusion in Hindu philosophy. Is the real world real? Is the world real or not? C. Is there such a thing as an ideal government? D. What role does fate play in our lives and can we alter its course? E. What would you want future historians? Oh shit, sorry I duplicate something. Oh fuck, I'm right out of time, haven't I? Did I shorten that time or something? That's crazy. Okay, it was talking about future historians to remember about this area in VR social spaces. I'm sorry, that was not. Yeah, I think I've resized that one too small. So guys. Yeah, Liam, I think that the difference between static content, which can be delivered like a movie, you've got a 2-hour thing, right? And a movie's more static because it's a 2-hour thing, it kind of is what it is, it doesn't change. With a video game, yeah, okay, you can publish it and then of course they get patched over time and new features, and players can make their own amusement, but like, for example, in Skyrim they argued, or in certain games, why could a player push a camera through a bra and see a nipple? Because even though you weren't supposed to see the nipples, there. And actually, there's a lot to do with like Twitch policies on that sort of thing. Is that I might use a model that actually has nipples. As long as you don't see them, you're okay. But if my nipples clip through the clothing, they will say that I've allowed that to happen. Because I've left the nipples on the model. Isn't that weird? You have to take your nipples off to stream. I don't tell anyone. I haven't, but I did before. I actually removed the nipples. I've had them back on in the last few days, but you'll never see them on stream. Never see them. But it just look weird. I look like a Barbie doll. That the intricacies goes. Anyway, on with the question. Should we bring back extinct species? Oh my goodness. Well, things go extinct for a reason, and sometimes it's like, in fact, this is a complicated topic. Sometimes it's because something else wiped them out. Sometimes it's because they wiped themselves out. Then just that. Oh god. if I say no, then we've just cancelled all the Jurassic Park movies. I think that I'm open to it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think that the technology could be used for very bad purposes. And, like, revival of viruses. And I think that must be put in mind, that if you create a technology of that, it's usually because someone is profiting from something or could use it to be weaponized in some way. Which actually they do cover kind of a Jurassic Park in a really silly way, don't they? Really feel like laser beams on the dinosaurs or some crazy crap. But now, yeah. But I don't think it's a good thing. I don't know. Real Jurassic Park, Jesus. Okay, so, viewer's choice. Should prisoners be allowed to volunteer for dangerous medical experiments in exchange for reduced sentences? If everyone were exactly the same, would life be better or worse? How far should governments go to prevent citizens from harming themselves? Do you believe in a life after death or reincarnation? And can you meaningfully grow as a person from experiences in VR? Those are the options, guys. Hopefully you can read them. At long left, unfortunately I haven't got the time on screen. Oh, interesting. Okay, we go straight for the afterlife. Alright. Ooh, blimey. Do I believe in life after death, guys? I mean, the answer is, I believe in life before life, if that makes any sense. So many times I hear it that people often talk about themselves as separate facets from the universe, that they are some independent entity that just appeared one day, which is actually kind of ludicrous, if you think about it. Another thing that always troubled me growing up, and this is certainly dealing with sort of quite small-minded people, is that they always divided humans from animals. Like, you know, if there was an afterlife, for example, if there was a heaven, then, yeah, unfortunately your pets couldn't get in there. And to me that, at a very young age, was the first point where I did that on people and religions. Because I was like, this is basically mankind's arrogance, declaring itself different from nature. And as I've grown up, I've realised that actually we're part of all this, we always have been. We're a dot in a massive evolving thing. It's so hard to fathom, it's incredible, but I think we simplify it down and give it a lot of mysticism to try and, you know, make it seem something that was planned, and it's really not. It's pure chaos. With some natural order to it. But, yeah. Do I believe in the afterlife? Or reincarnation? And it's a complicated one. Like explaining what I think consciousness is, which we haven't got time to do. Though it also existed. Will always exist. Just not in the same form. Isn't that nuts? Yes, Liam. Yes, we're absolutely on the same, train of thought there, mate. Yes. People and their opinions are wonderful, and don't get me wrong. What I'm saying as well is just my opinion, but it's like, when someone tries to tell you how it is and you can spot the glowing plot holes, you kind of like, no. I'm out. I am a real person, revolutionary flow, or evolutionary flow, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm a real person, I make mistakes in pronouncing people's names, apparently. Great. So what? Okay. It's a viewer's choice. So in Twitch, guys, you can vote. You have to be in Twitch, so it doesn't work on YouTube. What's the most creative use of your animations if you've used in a social context? Oh, that's interesting. What's your character's most embarrassing strength? And how does it get them into trouble? That's weird. Have you ever done something so awkward that both people just lay there in silence for a solid minute? What's the most desperate or degrading thing you've ever agreed to because you're attracted to them? And what's the best kiss you've ever had? Aw. That's nice. Well, what is it got, guys? Ow. yeah, use of my creative use. I mean, damn, I wouldn't throw myself as particularly creative in that respect. So what is it? My avatar's animations. I mean, so I don't know if you guys know of like Go Go Loco. So Go Go Loco is a feature. Thank you, Evolutionary. No, that's no problem. I'm gonna keep making more Evolutionary as well. And in fact, I'm going to focus on other platforms now. I know there's a lot of interest since obviously Horizons are basically folding up the VR side of things. I think people are looking for new homes, and I think VR chat is great, but I know that VR chat might not be for all people, so I'm going to start looking at banter soon as well. But I have to basically suck in an awful lot of information and try and condense it into something that people can follow in about 20 to 30 minutes. But I want to do like avatar creation in VR chat. I want you guys to be able to build avatars like this, like I have. And you know, I've been doing this for like what? Only since Christmas, to be honest, but I was customizing avatars before then. So look at the private avatar tutorial. That's a good start, but I'll be coming back around with more stuff. But anyway, sorry, back to the question. You're welcome aboard. Creative use. So Go Go Loco is a system in VR chat you can put on avatars. It allows you to get into all kinds of frills and poses. I don't really have an answer for this directly, but you can do some cheeky stuff. You can put your bat in people's faces. So when they come back, they're like, wow, why is there a bat in my face? I know. We get up to all kinds of crazy shit at the parties. It's, yeah. Right, I don't know. That was a really crap answer, I'm sorry, but I don't think that was forfeit worthy. I don't think that was forfeit worthy. I tried. Sometimes if you use the lock feature on Go Go Loco, you can basically like take off into space, and you can look like you're flying. It's really funny. Seriously, just set the lock on in the middle of a popcorn palace watch party, and then just walk off into the kitchen, and you'll look like you're flying. This kind of people will be like, well, what the hell are you doing? Very cool. Okay, pick one dessert for every celebration. Cheesecake, brownies, or apple pie. Okay. Right, so every celebration, so birthdays, Christmas, other people's birthdays, other people's Christmases, Hanukkah, I don't do Hanukkah, we do Christmas either, to be honest, but hey, everyone else does, so I'll get involved. Oh my goodness, honestly, this is a complicated question, but brownies are lovely. Lidl's brownies, by the way, are like crack. They're just so full of sugar that you eat them and you're like, oh my god, I'm like buzzing for days after one of them. There was someone in Lidl's actually who said there's a bit of a hack. If you go into Lidl's and ask for like a tray, oh, I've just realised I haven't got my battery on, sorry, 2 seconds. To ask for a tray of those brownies, you can buy them by the tray, but that would be like 20 million calories for like a tray of those brownies. No kidding, they're about like 800 calories a piece or something stupid like that, but you can taste why when you put them in your mouth. It's just fizzing with so much sugar. Delicious. Oh, sticky toffee pudding. Do you know what I had today? When I went out for food, I had apple and blackberry crumble. I had it with clotted cream ice cream, and it was delicious. So nice. I haven't had that in years. It was done really well. It was a really nice place as well. Not too fancy. I prefer my apple crumble to be just a little bit like, you know, a little bit amateur, a little bit, you know. Like, if it's too perfectly presented, it ruins it. It's a crumble, for God's sake. Although I asked Jenny if she would mind making me a peach cobbler, because if it's so much about peach cobbler, and I want to see it, to be here. Right, I'm running out of time here, so it's going to be cheesecake. I like brownies, and I like apple pie, but I love cheesecake. That's it. Okay. Okay, let's go. What have we got next, guys? Oh, we got a dilemma. I love the dilemmas. They're so much fun. So how is it tracking my body movement? So, Evilly Street, in VR chat, we have the option to use body trackers. So, again, I'd love to do a tutorial on this, but the basics are, HTC trackers are very expensive, but they're the best. But they will set you back probably over $1,000. It's a lot of money. But if you don't want to spend over £1,000 on body trackers, you can look at these Slime VR trackers, of which there's a lot of different types. These are the somatics, and they're little magnetic things which you click a little. You basically have to wrap these straps around your knees and your ankles, and your waist as well. The waist is fun because you can shake your butt there. And then you put them on your chest as well. And the idea is that you clip these magnets on, and they all track their own position in relationship to each other. But yada da da da. They send the positional information into a Slime server which runs on a PC, which then forwards it onto the VR chat. I tried to simmer a whole lot of information down there, but you do need to be running PC VR to do it. So if you're only running on like a Meta Quest, unfortunately, yeah, you need to go. I don't think I know HTC might support Meta Quest. Not sure. That's an area I'm not sure on, but generally PC VR and the Slime trackers are more like I think it's 200 to 300 you can get a set of them, and they're really good. They do need constant calibration. Keep an eye out in August. There's Fluxpose, and there's also the new Slime butterflies, which don't require calibration. They can fit under clothing, and they're at the same price. Actually, Fluxpose are a bit more expensive, but yes. Yeah. Okay, would I rather only be able to express affection physically with no words, or verbally? Only? I'm not much of a hugger, to be honest, guys, but I'm actually gonna go physically. Yeah, I'm gonna go physically. I'm also not good with words. I'm not a romantic person. I'm not a very affectionate person. I'm a bit of a lamppost, to be honest. I look good, I serve a purpose, but honestly, that's about it. Just kind of stand there. But no, I'm really not. I don't know. Something wrong with me, maybe, but whatever. Okay. Oh my god, it's another one. Vote on Twitch. So, is this a what? A dilemma. So, guys, you have a dilemma. A, build a strip club world. What's your shader strategy? Oh no, these are technical. Explain what garbage collection is and name a language that doesn't have it. Oh crap. Describe your approach to modeling something perfectly symmetrical, mirror modifier or manual. And what is a displacement map? And when would you use it in surf geometry? What's the most creative thing you've done with a particle system that wasn't particles? Okay, those are the options, guys. Sorry about that, I'm just gonna move it up and down while you guys are voting. As you can see, what have we got? A strip club. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is a good question because a lot of you know I'm working on a 3rd generation White Lotus. I say I'm working. That's an operative term. I'm trying to get my head around how I'm going to approach it. Once I do, it'll probably take a weekend. Spend a lot of time deliberating and procrastinating, and then finally, I now work my way up to it. So, I have been working on some things in the background. Now, those of you who've been into the White Lotus and VR chat already will know I've got a really big Jumbotron. And that Jumbotron is like a sexy Jumbotron. So basically you get on the dancing pole, and there's an invisible camera that circles the dancing pole, which is really cheeky. And this was something I spent a good hour working on. So what happens is it uses a cutout shader where it cuts the image of the player out of the world, blows it up so they're gigantic, and then it shows them as the camera rotates around. So as you're doing a dance, you've actually got this virtual projection of yourself just cut out of the world, being shown from all angles as the camera spins. I actually love that. But another one that I started working on, it's not quite complete yet, is actually in the dance studio. So there's a switch on the wall which you can turn on, and it gives you a silhouette. Gives you a lovely silhouette. So you can actually, as you dance, you can see the shadow of yourself on the back of this. I could actually detach the two and have a room where people could dance in and the silhouette being projected onto a wall, which is really cool. So it's kind of like a shadow, but it's not the same. There's no direct light thing going on. It's more like a stencil. And the third one, frosted windows. So again, dance studio, switch on the wall. Just next question. So, yeah, you from Bill Wilson VR chat? Absolutely. You build them. Have a little look at some of the tutorials I did are about moving your worlds over from Horizon Worlds to VR chat. That's actually a really good entry road. If you've got any worlds in Horizons, you could actually pick them up and move them across, whether they're tri-mesh or the older style primitives. The older style primitives are like the in-headset building ones, and then the tri-mesh tend to be the ones who build on headset mostly, with like textures and all that. So, but go on both covered on the YouTube channel. So yeah, do check that out. But yo, it's a great inroad. It's a great inroad, but honestly, what you could do in VR chat far surpasses anything that was in Horizon Worlds graphically. I mean, look at this beach. This was not possible in Horizon Worlds. This is amazing. Oh, it's another vote, guys. Let's do this, okay? Will humans merge with technology, or will it evolve without us, guys? Can you care about someone even if you fundamentally disagree on important things? That's a very good question. Does the modern age make global conspiracies more or less feasible? Also a very good one. Is that AI moderated all VR spaces perfectly and fairly? Would that be utopia or dystopia? Is it possible for humans to ever understand the full workings of the universe? Wow, okay, these are some really deep questions, and I'm loving every second of this. This is a lot of fun. Okay, what do we got? Oh, randomly picked, okay. Lovely. Is it possible for humans to ever understand the full workings of the universe? I am going to say no, quite simply. And that's... Do I think matter is dead? No. Okay, God, no, let me address this quickly. Matter is far from dead. No, matter are not dead. However, Horizon Worlds as a virtual reality platform, that is the social app where we all build worlds together and run around as our avatars. That as a VR feature is going. Don't know when, but it's going. It's going to be removed. Horizon Worlds as a mobile app, Meta are pushing a lot of money into that to make it succeed, like Roblox, for example. Roblox can be played in VR, but generally people are just playing on flat screens. So no, Meta as a company, they're fine. Meta as a VR company, fine. Horizon Worlds as a mobile app, we'll see over next year, but that's, they're putting a lot of money into it. Still believe in it. They've seen the figures, they've seen the stats, and they're still pumping money into it. But Horizon Worlds as a VR thing, that is going. They have announced that several times recently. Okay, no, I don't think that humans can fully understand the workings of the universe. I think we've got a lot of great theories at the moment about a lot of things, but those theories keep coming up, which keep knocking them out, which tells me no, we don't. But on top of that, I also think that human arrogance will get in the way of understanding. I think everyone wants to be the first to claim to understand everything. And, yeah, I think that's gonna get in our way. I think we're gonna get in our own way, but I just think it's too complex. Like, we don't even understand how our own minds work. That tells me everything. Yeah, indeed. I tell you something, Liam, that tickles me, actually, is the Fermi paradox. If you ever watched, like, a really nice hour-long documentary on that, holy crap, it's, it expands the mind, and again, just theoreticals. It talks about, humans becoming potentially vapor life forms, or not just human side, but any life form. Oh shit, sorry, we got a vote thing going on. Confess, what's the most inappropriate thing you've fantasized about during normal everyday activity? What's the kinkiest conversation you've had that started completely innocently? What's your avatar's tell, the thing that gives away when your character is interested in someone? If your sexual technique was described by an unsatisfied customer, what would they say? What kink have you discovered about yourself that you never admitted to another human being? Yeah, these are not good questions. Well, I would say evolutionary. Look up the tutorial on how to port worlds from Horizon Worlds into VR chat. Then you're onto a good thing, but we don't know when Horizon Worlds is decommissioning the VR side. We can only speculate. I don't believe the timeline has been announced yet. I am on the Inside channel, so I should know when that's happening, but I don't know yet, because I don't think he's messing. Okay. If my sexual technique was described by an unsatisfied customer, what would they say? They'd probably say, bit lazy, to be honest. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I'm hearing here. Yeah. No, like I said, follow those tutorials and you can take all that hard work and lift it off to a platform that is doing really, really well right now. But by comparison, I think it's like 600,000 to 800,000 daily users on this platform. Whereas Horizons, I think, was... no, they've never published the stats, but I think it's estimated to be about 5,000 daily, or maybe 2,000, I'm not sure. That's a lot lower. It's a lot lower, so you'll do a lot better on this platform anyway. There's a lot for you. But I say banter's great. I want to spend more time in banter as well. But I know they don't have anything like the numbers, but with the right support, no. People always say when they go to banter, oh, but there's no one there. But one there is, and I don't know their stats, but if we start actually making communities over there as well, then yeah, it'll drive people to it, and then more communities will start, and the whole thing lifts. But it'll start somewhere. I like the cut of their due. I like the things they're projecting. I like their vision. They're onto something. And it's good to have diversity of platform. Much as everyone's loving VR chat, so I'm always going to have my foot in one or two other platforms, just because I'm me and I'm weird, whatever. Sure, no problems, Everly Street. Name a food that looks completely innocent that you cannot eat in public without shame. Once. In public, I gotta be honest, watermelon. I hate eating watermelon in public because I'm one of those disgusting piggies that want to get watermelon slice. I go like, I want to bury my face in it, like, and then you lift your face up, it's sort of dripping with like, yeah, no, so watermelon's basically a guilty pleasure. There's no, like, you could slice it up, it's boring. It's nice to get just a massive slice of watermelon and go to town on it. Just get your face in there, But yeah, there's a little bit of shame with that, because I think when you're a kid you can get away with that, but when you're an adult, you're supposed to use a knife and fork, and I'm like, don't want to. Okay, next round. I haven't had to forfeit so much recently. Do not care. Yes, in banter you can go into public instances and generally have good interactions. I do have some people that will come and talk to me in banter, and like if they're like new users, and I'll be like, oh no, I'm just looking, and then they run away. I think there's a lot of shy people over there having a look. Well, I like shy people, but can't do much if they run away, all good. Okay. Would I rather only my partner communicate desire through interpretive dance, or only through formal written letters? But I'm losing my ability to concentrate on written words, so unfortunately it's gonna have to be interpretive dance, which would be hilarious. Can you imagine that? See, they'll be like, hey, I would like to hook up. Would you like to hook up? Do. Let's get it on. I don't know if that's really an interpretive dance. I don't think you're supposed to talk to an interpretive dance, but whatever. Watermelon cocktails. Watermelon cocktail sounds amazing. Something I really love actually is Midori, which is a Japanese liqueur. It tastes like honeydew melons, I'm pretty sure. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. So, philosophical. Okay, what do we got? Have to do something or other. Come on. I didn't have to pay for basic needs such as food, water, and shelter. Do you know what? No. And I say that honestly, I think civilization should have evolved to a point now. We can all look after each other, because I think that there are a lot of people being excessively greedy. And I feel they're holding on to far more than they need. That wealth is not being shared. It's having a massive negative impact on the world. That's my belief. I believe there's a lot of people who have, 10 sports cars in a garage. Meanwhile, there are people out on the street who can't even afford to feed their family. Whilst, yes, do well in life, should be able to afford nice things. I had a really great conversation with a friend who's worked for a charity shop right in the UK, and used to criticise her because she would drive like a Mercedes-Benz around the high street, really nice one, and say, oh, look at her, at a charity shop and driving a really nice sports car, like, you know. And the argument will always be, hang on, it's a guy there who didn't do anything for anyone, just works a private job in the private sector, and drives a really expensive car as well, to bring up doing anything to help anyone. He's just like an industry sort of magnate or something. So he deserves it and she doesn't. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair. But suddenly we assume that people working for charities shouldn't have to live in poverty in a site. It's just not. It's not right. Yeah, I think that government should be doing more internationally to sustain people. It's clear that over the world that's not happening, and that's such a shame. Well, I have a sit down, guys, so I've just been handed a sandwich in the background. Delicious. Right. I know, right? Random. Had quite a lot to eat today as well, so. Woof. Here. Right, what are we got? Dilemmas. Hey, Rift, how you doing? Okay, right. I'm actually gonna stretch this window a bit so that you guys can read, because this isn't really working well, is it? So, oh my goodness, okay. So there we go. So you're about to cut off some of the bloody hell. Would I rather me lose my voice for a month, or partner lose their hearing for a week? I'd rather accidentally call out the wrong name at the worst possible moment, or have your partner call out yours in the wrong context. Would I rather my dreams be live streamed to the internet every night, or you can only dream about spreadsheets and tax returns forever? Would you rather sneeze glitter that gets on absolutely everything? Oh, crikey, 2 for the, oh my goodness. I'd rather lose my voice for a month. It grounds that I can still type things, I could use it text to speech. Yeah, I've got all the tools, or at least I don't have a text to speech, but I know that there are text to speeches out there that can be used for that exact purpose, so I'd be okay. So I wouldn't inflict that on someone else. There we go. I can be nice sometimes. Free oh, okay, on to the next one. Taking the day job, wishing you had a few money to help all the misfit PR friends that are really struggling right now. Oh, bless you, Ray. Too nice. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. What is this question? Voyeurism. Watcher, watched, or both? That's interesting. I think probably neither, to be honest. I miss this is a clue. I think when people watch, like, you know, let's see, stuff online, Midkey face, then technically they are voyeurs, right? So that would be, I don't know if that's technically correct, but in essence that is really what's going on. But it's like things like, for example, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, things like dogging, for example, I just don't get. Like, what is dogging? So dogging is when a bunch of people turn up to like a car park and watch people doing it in the back of the cars. That's weird, right? To me that is very odd. But at the same time, I'm not going to judge them that they're having a whale of a time, or something, and carry on, I guess. It's just not for me. I mean, some people like being watched, I guess. And again, that's okay. I'm not going to kink shame people. I think it's wonderful if people are very honest about these things. But again, not for me, I'm sorry. Yeah. Dogging, so yeah, dogging. If you look up dogging, you'll find a definition of it. It might be on Urban Dictionary. But honestly, there was a video posted on YouTube some years ago around here. There were some boys who were driving around in a car, and they were going to all the known dogging spots in my town, which were at least secluded car parks on the side of mountains. And they would be just like rocking up on these cars with the like lights on inside parked out with like. Luckily there weren't people actually doing it at the time, but there have been documentaries on dogging where they have. It's not dog walking, no. But no, I think, to be honest, I'm gonna say neither. on that one. I know that's a really vanilla answer, but yeah, I'm not wired that way, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and eat the sandwich. What sandwich? Ew. Does the metaverse make us more or less human? Oh, I like this question. So, it's a double-edged sword, and I've heard a lot of opinions in a lot of directions, and I'm gonna have to decide on one or the other here, guys. I'll try and weigh it out for you quickly. I think that the metaverse gives us the ability to be us without so many of the social barriers that we can face in real life. I know so many people who come in here are chronically shy. They don't feel like they can be themselves in real life. They may hold back on a lot of things. They might fear what their communities or friends might think of them. And that's something like some people are just brave and they get on with it. They're confident and whatever. But honestly, I think that for a lot of people, this allows people to finally be what they want to project themselves to be. That's an important phrasing. Because I hear a lot of people arguing about who people are. I'll hear people saying, you are not like this in real life, or this is not, you're just acting something out. I don't want to sort of go into any sort of cultural sort of areas here, because that's deep water I don't want to touch, because everything's very, very personal to people. But I think that the metaverse allows people to experiment in ways that perhaps they couldn't before. I've met so many people who have been shut in for so long, and this has freed them. And I think it allows people to be human in ways that perhaps the outside world and then sort of the outside cultures haven't let them. So I'm going to say it makes us more human, but it can also withdraw from some of the real life stuff sometimes. It's got to be a balance. It's got to be balanced. I've met so many people who I think they describe them as chronically online. That's when people believe so deeply in what they manifest in here that they forget about life on the outside. And I think a lot of us have been a little bit guilty of that sometimes. But yes, it can make you kind of neglect the real world. I think for some people that can become a big problem, like an addiction. I will say that. Yeah, absolutely, Liam. But I would say that, I've always been able to bounce between the two. I will say that when I'm sober, I'm incredibly introverted. When I've had a drink, I'm incredibly extroverted. In the right way, not annoyingly, I'm just more tatty. And I'll butterfly between groups of people. But when I'm sober, I wouldn't do that. I'll just sit in a corner by myself. But I find that this has given me the ability to be highly social without having to worry about leaving my house so much. And I used to love going down the pub almost every day. That in itself is a problem. This allows me to now sit comfortably, talk to people in environments, and meet people that I would never have met in real life. Because the problem with local pubs is you meet the same drunk people every week. It's the same drunk people every fucking week. That you come into VR, there's people from all over the world, and you're always meeting new people, and you're always seeing the same people that you like, and you're meeting new people. And I say the family. Oh god, that's dangerous terminology. The experience grows, the social surface grows. Whereas I found at the pub, it was always the same fucking people, the same fucking drunk people. I don't mind drunk people, I love them, but yeah, can't do that forever. Your liver will pack in. Do I drink much? Oh my goodness. So I used to socially. I would say that in VR, yeah, I do treat that as almost a night out of the pub. I have been through small. It's where, yes, I have drunk a little bit every day, sometimes a lot. But I would say these days, obviously, I treat it like going out on a Friday and a Saturday. It is like going to the pub. I might have quite a bit more than I should on maybe a Friday and a Saturday, but I do stay up quite late. And it's just fun. It reminds me of, the same people on the same stools. It's just fun. It's like it's given me that lease of life now as I've got a little bit older. Most of my friends have gone and had, children, they've got families, partners, all sorts of things. They've grown out of their sort of going out and drinking and socialising stage. They've done all that. And for me, because I started quite late, I feel like, I've still got loads of life left in me. But, I'm kind of bored with the outside now because the outside's just full of youngsters. Whereas in here, you'd be surprised, like, so if we go down the pub now, it's just going to be full of like 20 and maybe 30-year-olds at a push, with then some, much older people there. And that's okay, but I'm kind of in that middle ground now where most people are raising families, and I didn't want to do that, so, hey, whatever. In here, now I'm getting to connect with all the people that are about my age. This is the thing with that, a lot of people say VR is full of kids. Yeah, there's a lot of kids in a lot of public rooms, but honestly, there's also a ton of people just like me and you that are here every day because honestly, real life kind of let us down a bit. We didn't want to go down that path or whatever. Whatever the reason, doesn't matter. But we can now live an amazing life and connect with amazing people. And I've met a lot of people from in VR as well. The full stack dev, okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, access to the White Lotus, I would say, I do accept friend requests if I recognise people's names, and also if they have mutual friends with me. So make sure you sort of get around, make some friends, or just use the same name or thereabouts, or let me know it's you, because I get a lot of friend requests from people with no mutuals to me, and I just think they're kids just trying to get on my friends list. So I'm like, no. So yeah, but yeah, no, I absolutely, VR has been a boon. Before VR came along, I was just watching like action movies and reruns of comedy shows on Friday nights, and some might say I was actually a bit depressed. But now, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm actually getting to sort of, build worlds and express myself creatively, create avatars, and do all kinds of things. That's amazing. Oh. I wasn't expecting that question. Have I ever tried sexy roleplay? No, I honestly found roleplay during like sex or anything is a little bit cringy. I think sex is like a beautiful, authentic experience, and I think to put the layer of acting on top of it, to me it just, some people that get really hot over this stuff, like they're like, oh, I want you to be I can't even go down that path, I'm not wired that way, but no, I just, I was such a plain Jane, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. No, as soon as the stream's done, I'll be in VR for like 3 hours then after that. I don't know where we'll go. Probably not the fishing game though, I think. After 2 weeks of everyone obsessively playing the fishing game, I think everyone's burnt out of that now. So people want to do something different. So I'll have to think of something different. But it's been a good fishing game, I will say, but 2 months, people have just been getting... A lot of people have missed entire nights sleep in that game, and it's like, I'm not going to criticise, they've had a whale of a time bonding with each other, but I think even they are now feeling the pinch, and we'll do something else. Yeah, but well done to everyone who's sort of been playing it, and if you've reached like, higher levels and stuff, great, well then. And I'll carry on dipping in there, but I think I'm done with it for now. Good, okay. So yes, no sexy roleplay. I hope I don't have to forfeit while I'm trying to eat a sandwich. This is delicious. So actually has spring onions that spring onions that Jenny grew in the kitchen. So she got some like old spring onions that were going off of the fridge, and she put them in like a cup of water and on the windowsill, and they just like grew into like spring onions again. And they're okay. Boom. Crunchy. Boom. Oh, the St. Patrick's Day fish event's on. What's required in the St. Patrick's Day fish? Oh god, it's a vote. So okay, people on Twitch, you vote now. Get in the chat box. I will demonstrate my VR flirt technique right now. Have you ever had sex with someone you met at a funeral? Name the most suggestive avatar toggle you've ever built. My goodness. Do you have a go-to fantasy that never changes? Yes. And what's the most mortifying thing written in your notes app that was meant for private use only? Club. B Club. Oh, just B Club. When you said B Club, I thought you meant like it was a proper about bees. Yeah. So, just B Club's an interesting one because... Oh, God. Yep, right, so, full declaration, I don't have a VR slit technique, okay? Because I obviously... You know, I love Janice a bit, she's amazing. But I'm going to try and reenact what it would be, okay? Let me just move the sandwich out of the way. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, God, I can't do this. This is cringe. How you doing? I think she reach out and boop someone on the nose. And then you can try to like put in your hand and do that. I think I've sort of mentioned this before, that when you reach out to someone's face and you really get close to them and you talk, and then you just kind of call it phantom touch. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it's the illusion that when you're touching someone in VR, that their brains think that they can actually feel your hand on them. It's a bizarre social experiment, which there is some writing about. So you look up, this is not my pick at Tony, by the way, so here I'm going to give you 1,000 facts about, I do believe that phantom touch is a thing, and if you find someone that you want to try it out with, just take her off to a quiet corner and just practice slowly booping them on the nose, practice just stroking their face, and even getting to hold their hand out and try stroking their hand. So a lot of people will say that they actually start to tingle. They'll start to tingle in the wrist when people do that to them, and I think it's a bit like hypnosis. I think more people. Some people are incredibly susceptible to it, like literally from the get-go. And I think some people it's a little bit tougher. But I do believe, yes, Liam, I absolutely agree. Oh shit, I'm right out of time. Fuck! I didn't keep an eye on the timer. What a knob. You know, let's put a warning sound on that when I'm like 10 seconds left. But yeah, I do believe in phantom sense. I do think some people make a little bit more out of it than they should do. There's a lot of hyperbole, but generally, oh god, it's bad. Okay, we're ready. Dare not interrupt my sandwich eating. Well, it's my fault, I guess. Give my most what? Oh my god, okay. Check. So here we go, okay, someone is trying to be mysterious. Let's give this a go. Trying to be mysterious. Okay. Yes. You came to this beach to find answers. And answers you will find. But first you must consider the lily. You must consider that on this beach, there are many wonders that are, I'm really doing about this. There are many things that can be explained, and there are many things that cannot be explained. Like, for example, the water. If I run into the water, look at the fish. What is wrong with the fish? You could see they appear and disappear, and there's very fast-moving sunfish under here. What could it mean? Is it an allegory for life itself? Or is it simply just a really well-done particle effect with a slight glitch? I don't know. Yeah. That's the best I got, guys. Well, how much longer we got? Shit, 1 second, okay. Yeah, that was absolutely crap. Oh, sorry. I tried. To be honest, I don't do improv, and there's a reason for it. It's because I'm bloody terrible at it. Who are you? Okay. We are. Category dilemmas. No. Would I rather be permanently trapped in my favourite fictional world, or visit it once for exactly 1 single day? Oh my goodness, that's a question. No. I'm gonna just take another bite of sandwich. It got an entire peppercorn in my mouth. That was very, unexpected. Well. Ugh. So I get to visit my favourite fictional world for exactly one single day. Or permanently trapped there. See, this is a deep question because, as some of you may know, we're in VR every single day. I wouldn't say we're trapped in it. Well, I can leave it, but I enjoy my time in here a lot, and I spend a lot of time with a lot of people. Like, this is such a brilliant, social scene in here. I absolutely love it to bits. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. Hopefully they'll visit it once for exactly one single day. That's all I got. I think to be permanently trapped in something would be a bad experience. That's where I lived in Game of Thrones, oh my goodness. Yeah, no, definitely, that Red Wedding was harsh. You know, and there was always brutality in Game of Thrones, but that was the peak of it in terms of, like, holy crap. And also the way that Joffrey died. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but holy crap. Describe the most creative particle shader that wasn't just fire or sparkles. Okay, this is a rude one, guys. Please don't think less of me for this. I was, when I was working on the Paradox Party Pad, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, Now, Meta are really, really tight with adult content, alright? Really tight. Like, they will literally blow you out of the sea if you dare to do anything inside adult. Even though, actually, someone did do a really nice Medusa world in there, which had it was a small room, dark green lit, and a lot of statues of, like, nude Medusa. She was modelled incredibly well. Oh, thank you very much for the... Thank you very much for the follow, Alan. But she's modelled incredibly well. Like, her breasts look amazing, and they had even the nipples on there. But even she had the, the down below bits as well. Really good, and I think that world's still there. I'm not sure. And I haven't seen it in a year or two. But no, while I was working on Paros, I made this statue, let's say, and then that statue was a lady, and stuff was coming out of her. I'm gonna leave that there, because otherwise you guys are gonna judge me. So, but I just thought it was funny. I actually did it just to... wanted to take a video of me dancing next to it so I could send it to Jenny. That's it. So when you go into Paros now and you see the fountain shooting water out of a little art sculpture, and just remember that was a lady with her legs spread. And I thought it initially, but I couldn't obviously publish that. I would have been cancelled for that. So it's all coming out now, so might as well miss it. I look better. Hit next question before I get a forfeit. Yeah, next round. Okay, good. Yeah, very, very rude, very disturbing. I don't know why I did that. I think it was just bored. It was lunchtime. Yeah, I don't really have a reason. I thought it'd be funny. Make Jenny chuckle. So, there we go. Okay. It's your feet. What's this? VR guilty pleasure. I don't really have one right now. I don't know if I have any, like, guilty pleasures on here. I definitely do like going and, like, if there's like a smutty world in here, but I will go have a look there. Thank you, Evelyn. So if there's always smutty world full of popping up, and they don't always last long depending how smutty they've gone. if Smarty World comes up, I always like jumping in just to see how far they've gone. There is, that's probably my worst guilty pleasure. So there was, truth be told, in Horizons, about, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, somebody created, like, an amusement arcade, a little one. And in that amusement arcade, there was a booth you could go into. It's called the Peep Show. And in that booth, as you go in, you start a little slideshow with an AI voiceover going, "Hi, would you like me to remove my panties and stuff like that?" And you just go through all this random shit. But this slideshow, literally, I stayed in there to see how far it was going to go, because she was like taking off like bits and bobs, but still in a bra and her pants. And as it went on, like literally, yeah, you had like basically her bum hole being shot at your face, and it's like, I was like, I've never seen anything like that in Horizons. It was like a little shocking. But yeah, that looking for Smashy Worlds is my answer. But it was like, she was literally, first of all, she was like, her bra would come off and you could see her just like holding her tits and stuff. And then next thing you know, like you said, she's got a face full of brown eye. It was crazy. That was insane. Like, I've never seen anything like that in Horizons. I'd seen close to that. I know some people had tried to open like strip bars and they had some very, very minimalistic clothing, but it never literally, there was never any actual genital nudity up until that point that I saw. But that said, someone did build a world where there was some guy fucking a girl over a picnic table, but because it was done as a sculpture, I don't know, it was just this dude, it was this dude like literally just like fucking ramming this girl on the side of a picnic table. I can't remember the name of the world, but he was quite a big builder. I don't want to give any names, but yeah, I went in, I was like, oh, where's that? I might have taken a few people there later that day. I was like, come and see this, you'll never believe it. And yeah. Okay, would you get anything, Clyde? Oh, cool. Oh, Clyde. So yeah, Clyde's just entered the chat, guys. Down the bottom, I've got suggested channels. I do suggest follow all those channels, especially Clyde. His channels, his streams are incredibly professionally put together. They're also very popular. I think he got about 35 people watching at the same time last night. He's definitely doing it right. He's going to be a big star. Go follow him. And do put notifications on. Okay, would I rather my partner finds out, or would I rather find out my partner sleepwalked to the kitchen to seductively eat cheese at 3 a.m, or that they've been secretly practicing pickup lines on the cat? Oh, these are great. These are really great. Do you know what, if I walked in and Jen was like, you know, properly like giving a sloppy one to a piece of camembert, I think that would do things for me. But oh no, I'm bad. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Or even like some of those Bavarian smoked cheeses that just come in like sausage form, you know? Okay. Wow. Are they practicing pickup lines on the cat? That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. I think it is kind of cute. Like, talking to your cat is like one of the best things ever. I miss that so much. But yeah, no, I think it's the seductive act on cheese. That's definitely the winner for me, because it's just so random. So like, imagine walking in on your partner and they've got them lips wrapped around like a stick of Edam. Be like, oh, okay. Okay, topology flow, what the bloody hell? What is a topology flow? Sorry, I'm eating a sandwich at the same time. Why do anarrators scream when you ignore it? I gotta be honest, I don't know the answer to this. A topology flow, I would guess, is to do with the hierarchy of elements, animatable elements in a scene. So if you think back to like when we were, you know, playing about with them, like flash animation, I guess, you'd have like tweenable parts. So I'm thinking like think of like a human skeletal rig, not like an actual skeleton, but like, you know, virtually at my arm back. Speaking of animation rigs, my own animation's just screwed up. Let me just try to get that back. Well, that's disappointing. So the Pro Controller, look at it like I've got chicken arms. That's just ridiculous. So, just, okay, I think we're back. Yes, good. Okay, random. So I think, for example, like a chest or spine would then have maybe a shoulder connected to it, which would then have an upper arm, which would then have a lower arm, then a wrist. And I think that's certainly like a form of topology, isn't it? Because that fingers hang off the wrist. So basically everything moves as a result of its parent, if you like. So the upper arm would be a parent of the lower arm. And I think that might be the reason why they would get angry, but that's all I got, guys. I'm actually going to have to forfeit that, send them my own rules. If I don't understand it, I can't flag it. So I'm going to have to forfeit, and that was a failed dice roll, so I'm absolutely going to have to go through with it now. Alright. Okay, we're doing bad, apparently. Bad. Give chat my what? And what's going on here? Should I turn around a sec just so? There we go. Looks a bit prettier from the direction. Give chat my most sincere apology for something you've never actually apologized before. That's gonna be a difficult one because I always apologize for everything, even if it's not my fault. Just in case it is. Just in case I didn't know it was my fault. Isn't that random? That's like a self-defense technique. I've had... Okay, I'll do a real thing. Okay. I didn't complete my shame. Okay, I'll just do a quick one. Guys, I'm sorry for being so, short attention span and fizzy. Honestly, fizzy's such a great word, by the way. I'm sorry for always tangenting. Like, I'll start off going through a story and then I'll just randomly spin off and do something else and random, and I'm not very consistent and blah blah blah. And I lose attention and you whatever. Yeah, but it was a sincere apology. Ah, shit, I can't do sincere. Not on that, I'm sorry. Screwed that up. Again. Confess the absolute worst thing you've ever done. Motivated entirely by lust. With story, no shortcut. That is tricky. I mean, do you find, right, just on that topic, lust is kind of like rage. There, if you think about it. I've gone properly existential here, but, like, rage is like anger when you've gone too far and it's not making any logical sense what you're doing. Like, rage will drive to do things, see red and go crazy, right? And then they look back and go, oh, I can't believe I did that because I lost control. And I think lust is a little bit like that, but from an entirely different aspect. I think lust is like, yeah, lust is that feeling where something kind of takes over. It's like you know what you want, and you just gonna like drive it. And I think lust can get people into a lot of trouble. I really do. Absolute worst thing I've done, motivated entirely by lust. I already don't have anything. Mainly I've blocked a load of stuff out, but again, worst is something that I struggle with. Yeah. Does indeed. I'm actually gonna fall for that one because I don't have a good story, I'm sorry, so let's run the risk and do a 50-50. Yay! I don't have to do a forfeit. Hurrah. Yeah, no, I think, this is an interesting thing, like just being absolutely disgracefully horny to the point where, yeah, no, disgracefully. It is the thing. I haven't, yeah, doing a lot of silly things with that, but yeah, you. What's the most useful Python script you've written for your 3D workflow? Okay. What does Docker actually do, and would you use it for a game dev pipeline? What is alpha bleeding in texture atlases, and how do you handle it? Describe the difference between triplanar projection and standard EV mapping. What's the most over-engineered thing you've ever built in a VR chat world? See, that's kind of unfair because I haven't really done much of my own building yet. Yes, J. Oh. Okay. On to A, which is actually probably one of the only questions I can answer well on that one, so thank you guys for feeling kind today. Alright. So, recently, I did a Horizon Worlds primitive export tutorial, and that was written in Python. Hooray! Or at least the bit that... So when you export your world from Horizon Worlds, it does contain... Actually, the first tutorial I put out, I said it doesn't contain any color textures or tinting. And I actually realized, after somebody posted on Instagram, somebody had a lot of admiration from Spacey Cat, actually. She's a genius. And she does a lot of dancing over in VR chat, but she actually made Puzzle Paradise in Horizon Worlds, which again, wonderful game. Wonderful, wonderful game. She's a very, very creative world builder. She's done a lot more as well, which if you look under her profile you'll see. But so she mentioned that you could export the colors. And I didn't read the rest of the post, but I went off and actually picked apart the exported FBX and found that under the data attributes it actually had the vertex coloring information. And what I then did was I used Claude, of all things, to basically write me a Blender script that will go through all the data in all that exported FBX and then create a distinct list of materials, one for each distinct color in the whole thing. So we don't have like zillions of the same color materials being generated, but it'll create them, name them appropriately, and then export them all as actual materials, which you can then pull into Unity. So now you can use that tutorial to actually pull in your primitive build into the VR chat. Just from one script. Amazing. I really like that. That's probably the biggest one recently. Yeah, I knew I would touch up. Yeah, I rebranded a load of stuff now. You'll notice all of the old images have gone. They've been replaced by more sort of VTuber style anime stuff. I'm gonna sort of embrace that VTuber sort of thing now. I think that's where I'm heading. There's a great VTuber community on the art chat, and I think it's gonna be great to tap into that. I think I've seen the direction. I think community is key. Oh, this is crappy out on me. Why? Testing. Okay, I'm back. Wow, that was random. I think it's the headset. So I'm on a Meta Quest Pro at the moment, guys. I don't know, you're familiar with that? But the Meta Quest Pros are kind of like quite old headsets now. And, yeah, no, that just crapped out completely on me. Okay, can you guys all hear me now? Thank you. Oh damn, I hit a forfeit as well. It's clearly timed out. I totally feel like that forfeit's unfair, I might skip it. It might be... It might be some of the headset. Let me just check the heat levels. So, okay, let me just see if I can respawn this. Hammer, let me just pull closer. Oh no, okay, oh. And as I step back this way, can I now get to the camera? No, I can't. I need to respawn the camera. See, this is a problem when I kind of lose tracking like that. It's, I have to respawn things. There we go. Ooh, hello. Cool. Nice, that worked. Yeah, no, there's definitely... I'm going to check the temperature on the router as well. I'm using this new router, which I got, which is meant for these sorts of applications. Is the picture coming through quite fuzzy on your end, or is that just what I'm seeing? No, sure. Anyway, let's continue playing. If there's any problems, guys, just let me know, okay? I really don't know what just happened there. I am going to do a quick recalibrate though, because I've been sat down for a long time. It probably makes me look like I'm sticking my butt out at the back, and some of the problems with these trackers, they lose calibration. There we go, and last of all, need to hit the calibrate button. Yeah, no, I was just gone quite fuzzy here. It's weird. It's like my streaming sort of bit rate's just gone to hell. Very odd. Very well, okay. Very, very odd. Okay. Yeah, let's carry on. Sorry, not to get too hung up on these things. If it's working, that's a blessing. Okay, draw forfeit. Maybe we'll do a forfeit. I'll see how bad it is first. Yes, that's the first time that's happened. It's the first time I've had a headset crap out on me midstream. Keep both arms, what? I may have to just pull hot seat out. Floating world. I'm gonna float that here just so I can kind of see it. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. What does it say? Keep both arms folded the entire next round. Oh god, okay. Alright, let's do it. There. Well, that just looks weird. Is that even... I don't even know what I'm doing. So many seagulls in here. Okay, not blurry at all, that's good. I think it's just blurry for me. Oh yeah, what's the most expensive meal I've eaten and was it worth it? Yeah, I went out for food at a Michelin star restaurant, with some friends. I had the most deliciously crispy belly pork. Something I hadn't eaten before that point. And everything was very packed with flavour and delicious. But it was very expensive. It was very, very expensive, guys, and I wouldn't want to pay anything like that. I think it worked out like about 100 quid per person. I know that like Heston Blumenthal, for example, you can pay 300-400 to go for a meal there. That's some big money. That's some big money. But yeah, okay. On with the show. Next question. Great. I might have a little bit of rum tonight. Kind of fancy rum. Who you know? What do we got? Oh, can societies exist without any way to transfer value? No money, no barter. Oh geez. Okay, so there's a part of me that wants to say yes. Unfortunately, there's an overwhelming part of me that says no. I think capitalism came from somewhere. Even though capitalism is being abused right now. Like, it's I'll give you an example. And this is a silly example, because it's an extreme example, but if you look around, you can see there's a lot of examples. So if you go into Superdrug right now, you'll see it's like lip gloss, right? And it's like Superdrug's own watermelon flavoured lip gloss. And it's like a quid. But then you can have Disney Princess branded lip gloss. And that's like £3.50. And then you can go for the wicked, at least they're Alice in Wonderland, not Alice in Wonderland, the wicked fucking, you know what I mean, movie franchise, Ariana Grande, whatever. Could buy that lip balm, and it was like 10 quid. That was today, no word of a lie. Also, and this is a little bit stupider one, Prime energy drink when that came out. Yeah, people were paying lots of money for that. There's a lot of price gouging. People will buy an already overpriced thing till there's no more of it, and then they'll sell it at a higher rate. Before you know it, people are selling, like, literally trying to buy it two grand. That's where capitalism kind of fails. Like, every system's got a failure, but that's one, is this whole demand thing. That you could say, yeah, but people are idiots, they could just not buy it. Yeah, sure, but blocked. So no, unfortunately, I do think there needs to be some form of currency. Because you look at it, you can give the same sets of people the same amount of money, and different people will spend it on different things. Some will then end up in wild amounts of debt because they gamble it all away, and some people will have invested it wisely. Some people won't have invested it wisely. Some people will have spent it all on a new TV. We got so much freedom, and it's wonderful, don't get me wrong, but what's that, basic income or something like that? That's what's been touted recently. I want to believe in it, but unfortunately I just don't believe in people. I don't believe in people's ability to keep themselves afloat. But at the same time, it's like, does that mean we just let people fend for themselves and die because they can't? I mean, no. So what have we got here? Smoke West promoting, get out of the box and try messing with face tracking. Yeah! Well, your time, it's gone too far now. Yeah, I agree. Prime energy drink is way too sweet. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I don't fetch any drinks nowadays. I really don't. They're just overpriced cans of sugar, basically. Like, although I'll tell you something in a bit. I have actually bought a rather overpriced product today, but I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out, guys. Very exciting. Okay. What is the doctrine of the Trinity, and why do even theologians find it hard to explain the doctrine of the Trinity? So this is a philosophical question. Just for the thing, guys, I want to just turn my focus on this camera off a sec. It's kind of pissing me off. So Abrahamic religions are not my strong suit. I think they tried to raise me on one when I was a young as a kid. I is Christian. I don't even know what branch of Christianity it was, but I sort of knocked it back at an early age and just thought, it's not for me. I tolerate all religions, but I don't want any part of them. We're just people telling people what to do. We've already got a law for that. Just saying. Wow, that's gonna be an unpopular one. I don't fully understand what a doctrine of the Trinity is. I know the Trinity in Christendom, Catholicism is the God, the Messiah, and then a Holy Spirit of some kind. But I don't understand. I don't know what the doctrine is. So unfortunately, I have to skip that. I'm an uneducated sort. Yeah, I don't. Blah. Sorry.
Oh no!
Oh shit. Okay, well, here we go. Celsius. I had something. I can't remember what it was. I think some of these energy drinks may taste good, but I think the stimulants they put in them are not good for it. I've had long debates with people who have sort of said, like, all these caffeine-based energy drinks do, they borrow our energy from the future, which it sounds a bit weird. But I've noticed when I was on energy drinks, I used to drink like a can of Monster a day, and I noticed that what would happen is it might perk me up in the moment, but it would then really kill me in the afternoon. Rate my next answer like I'm reading a children's picture book. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Oh my god, we're nearly at 30, guys. What are you gonna do for the last 30 minutes? I think we'll just sit around and chat, see how you are. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe we'll go see some fun worlds or something. They quite like doing little wolf hops. Give me a chance to move around as well. I haven't really moved much, actually, all I've been in here. What's this? What food has caused the most chaos in your life in the last month? What? That's just not a good question. What food? I don't know. Chaos. See, it's it might be pushing it too far here, but I got quite ill a few weeks back, and I did have to take some time off work, and I never, not in the 22 or 23 years I've been at the current job I'm at, I don't really take time off. Like, I only take it off if I wake up that morning. I think there is no way in hell I can ride my butt cheeks through an entire day. I just can't do it. And so it's not off that I do it. So when I need a day off, my employees are really cool about it, which is nice. And I would say, like, listen, if you're struggling, you can call me. Like, I just can't sit there for 8 hours a day and then be on calls all the time and be, you know, I need to rest. Because, like, when I was ill, I was not even asleep during the night. And it would mean that I'd be in work and I'd just be dozing off. But it's like, I can't be doing that. I have to call that in. That's not suitable for work. Which is weird. I grew up in a working culture where we had, we got paid bonuses if we didn't take time off. Which, when we got an HR department, they realised actually that was problematic because sick people would come in and spread viruses in the workplace. And it's also just like, from a humanitarian perspective, it's terrible. Yeah, so that is no longer a thing. But I kind of grew up in that baptism of fire. Okay, so, I'm going to quickly answer that. I thought it was food that I ate the night before. And I can't even remember what it was. I think it was from a takeaway. Yes, it was sweet and sour chicken balls from a local Chinese, which have always been amazing. I love chicken balls with a sweet and sour sauce. And I haven't had them for like, probably about 8 years. But when I ate them, they didn't taste right. The chicken tasted chlorinated, and the sauce tasted like hot water or tea. And I think what had happened is I was already ill by that point, and so my taste buds were out, and everything just tasted rank. But that gave way to like 3 days of just real bad illness. So, cucumbers. But yeah. When I was a kid, we all get ill, right? I was recovered from it within about 3-4 days. I still rough for like a week, but I was ready to go back to work after 3 days. I think it was tough. Waking up every day and having to make that call to not go to work was such an alien thing for me. I don't do that. The last time I did it was actually COVID, right at the start of COVID, and that was before I even knew what COVID was. Oh, have I ever purchased something adult-related and paid cash to avoid a bank statement entry? No, yeah, I'll definitely tell you for any of you guys who want to like spice up your life, let's say, that actually when you do buy things from certain websites, they'll tell you that they appear in your bank statement as something. So no, get cheeky. Don't worry about these things. And obviously it's like, it's just human nature. Go for your life. Like, no one's judging, no one cares. And I'm sure banks see a lot anyway, and they know what those little codes mean. They don't care. Go make yourselves happy. We made it. Fantastic. Lovely. Oh, hello. Can people booty square, or did this bitch just shit all over my bed? carry, man. You gotta watch your language on this one. This is an all ages stream, I'm afraid. So, chat like that. Not gonna fly, but you're welcome to stick around, of course. And oh, well, honestly, I'm a strong believer, right? If you have to hide that kind of stuff from your partner, might not be with the right person. I know that, like, marriage is more complicated than that. I think a lot of people think that marriage is all lovey-dovey and it's about sort of love and stuff and feelings, but it's not. Right, okay, 2 seconds, I'm just gonna have to moderate. Booty man, I've given you a warning, I'm afraid, mate. Hey, we hope. Right, there we go. It's okay, we got time. We don't usually get problems like this, but it's nice for Bill to drop by, but I guess yeah, just sort of say, hey, you behave and watch, or you don't, and no. Right, bear with me. There we go. All sorted, guys. Easy when you know how, isn't it? There. Great. Okay. Well, that's the end of set me thingy. So what I've decided is I'm not going to try and sort of like dual purpose streams anymore. So I think when we play things at Euro Truck, I'll do it for 2 hours. I think last night, honestly, there was such a poor response to Star Sand Island that I probably won't be streaming that again. I think trying to learn games while on a stream is not okay. I need to start returning back to games and actually playing them and getting better at them. So after playing a bit of offline time on that one, otherwise I would have played like Flight Simulator or Euro Truck, but I don't think we've got enough time for that tonight. I think to sink in time into a game, I have to do a bit more, like give it 2 hours and then play it for 2 hours, I think, rather than trying to double everything up. So yeah, we'll be doing more of that from this point on. Yeah. But no, it's okay, SJ. I'm still streaming. I'm just gonna stick around to chat. So, let's see. Is there any gossip from the metaverse? Yeah, probably loads. So, I think as a community now, we're playing a little bit less fish. Speaking to a lot of community members, they've had their fill of the fish game. It's been fun. But it's time to go back to what people enjoyed before. And we'll just play some music. Maybe play the odd game together as well. Saying you gotta try and keep a community happy that want to do lots of different things. So if people want to play games, they can go do that. But for the ones who don't, you've got to basically keep the bonfire going. Throw a good time for everyone. Keep people together. I've noticed like a lot of our sort of like not longest sort of serving members, I guess, they have started to sort of wander off during all the fishing trips. I just don't think they're enjoying it, and that's fine. It means we have to bring it back. It's been a good 2 weeks, but it's been an experience. Maybe that. Definitely been an experience. It's a really good game, but I think I bought like one of these yacht things in it. I got like 200,000 blew it on a yacht, and it's like, to be honest, oh, VR chat's down, is it? Oh my god. That's interesting. What does status say, Clyde? Is it the login bit that's down? If it's the login bit, fish is broken for some people since yesterday's update. Oh, okay. Oh, one's phone. Okay. Okay, alright. Well, well, in that case, I'm gonna stay in this world and talk to you. I was thinking of maybe we could go on a world hop, but, yeah, if there's problems with VR chat, I'm not gonna tempt fate. I think we'll stay in this world and just carry on chatting. Yeah, it's fine. Honestly, it's a Sunday stream, guys, so it's very relaxed. I just like standing around and chatting. And honestly, I like when you chat too as well, because it gives me fuel and direction to carry on. Yeah. Although I am thinking a rum and coke right now would be really nice. Like, I'm pretty sure I can talk about drink briefly on stream. It's not like I'm getting hammered. Got work in the morning, I can't be doing that. But, no, I'm definitely, in terms of my strategy now, I'm definitely trying to reach out to more and more VTubers. I think that's going to be a good direction to go. I think that there's a lot of incredible VTubers out there. Like, all very different times, very different kinds. And I'm enjoying interacting with a lot of them. I've noticed some of them come by, they stop by and say hello. So I've started to stop by their channels now and say hello as well. And the ones who come back like quite often, I'll throw them down as a recommended user. I'll check their content and make sure that I like what they're doing. But I think a lot of YouTubers are doing some incredible content. Oh yeah, man, I'm so happy to be sort of doing that. Because the thing is, like, what I've been doing is VTubing for a long time. Just not in VR chat, and I didn't know it was called VTubing. So yeah, I'm on board. I think it's great. And people seem to enjoy it as well, which is wonderful. But yeah, there. Talk about Shade Shadow Legends. Oh god, so this is Raid Shadow Legends that every influencer is always promoting for some reason or what have you. Yeah. No, I haven't been reached out to by Raid Shadow Legends. Although, to best, are they even still operating? Is that even still a game now? I'm just never sure. I love the real-time shadows on this beach, actually. That's really cool. Really cool. So turn the camera around. There we go. Oh, nice. Get some nice scenery in now. Oh, bless you. Thank you. You go up and see the volcano if you want. Do you ever see the volcano? Oh, we should, actually. There's a beautiful volcano. Come on, follow me. We'll make our way to the top of the hill. So, excuse the hair. The hair animation always looks a little bit janky. We're gonna basically just run through the jungle. Do-do-do-do-do, better run through all the jungle. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, I absolutely love this. Well, I love that it is just like a lovely beach. One of the best beaches on here, actually, aside from the thing that I love most, actually, is this beach is accessible to both PC and Quest users, and that's very important because honestly, Paradisa by Finn is also incredible. It's sort of like a seaside town, sort of like a beach, but that's incredible. Like, the environment design in that is so good. And to the walk up here as well, sorry. But he did do, I think they were called, what they call, like Deep Blue or something, I can't remember. Really nice. Really nice. Finn's is such a great world designer. Definitely one of the best on the platform, and their work speaks for themselves. However, I will say, unfortunately, they have too many PC-only worlds, and I think that's a bit of a compromise, because there are so many people on Quest, and I'd love to bring them to these worlds and show them how amazing they are, but through the magic of the internet and streaming, I can bring them to these worlds here, so they can actually come and visit them with me kind of in person, but I'd let them to be able to walk around, so I hope Vince can... I don't know how you can squish like 500 megabyte worlds down to like 100, I'm sure it's possible, but perhaps they just don't want to compromise it, and I get that. I get that. VRC, oh, I had a follow! Thank you very much, Campion de Classe Royale. Thank you very much, and also Jordan Smacks, thank you. Thank you so much for your follows. Very cool. Feel free to speak up, by the way, I am friendly. I don't often rip heads off. Sometimes I do. I'm feeling mean. No, generally not. Generally, I'm pretty friendly. But honestly, I do stream every day, always around these times, for about 2 hours. And that's the only sort of time I can commit. I would love to do the occasional 3-hour stream. It's like a slow burner game, like a sort of track sim. I think track sim games are wonderful. And I think I'm going to do a bit more of that. I want to play the city bus thing. I may have a go of that tonight, actually, off stream. I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to learn things while I'm on stream, because all you guys see me doing is crashing into cars head on. And that's kind of not funny for an hour. I think that's funny if it's a moment, but it's not funny if it's like an entire hour. So, what world am I in? So this world is called Island Beach. Island Beach by Brain Rots. It's got a beautiful thumbnail, which looks like some palm trees, a mountain down the bottom right, and then the word Island Beach in the middle in a sort of a yellow and green font. I see it's a simple world. The techniques in it are not simple, but the layout kind of is. There's a wonderful beach down the bottom, which we'll respawn to now. And we've all climbed to the top of the volcano. You can actually go, let me just grab the camera a sec, sorry. You actually go like to the top up there. But again, you kind of reach all the edges of the map up there, and it's quite fiddly to get up there. You're going to be a little bit skillful with the jumping, but I do love the layout. But we're going to blink ourselves down to here, and there is a lovely house in here as well, which I didn't show you guys, because honestly, even though it's a nice house, it's actually the least impressive feature of the entire map. A little bedroom upstairs, which is nice. But a little beer pong table. I have a bit of thing about beer pong tables. I don't like them, and that's a personal preference. It's just because when I started on Horizon World, unfortunately I noticed every world had the same fucking beer pong table in it. And I was like, I don't mean to be mean, but so stun at first, but come on, try harder, come up with some original stuff. Yeah. We currently see high amounts of latency and errors in our API systems. Okay, I think the problems I had earlier were not VR chat as such. I think they were on the problems seem to be in the MetaQuest Pro itself. At least usage of virtual PC to connect to virtual PC. That seemed to be the problem I was having. Yeah, because when I restarted the quest, suddenly I could see the PC that I was connecting to. That's back in, but since then, I gotta be honest, the streaming quality is... What you see is great, because you're seeing what's running on the desktop, which looks fine. But what I'm seeing, unfortunately, is... beer pong, do you know what? He's actually kind of a fun game. The best kind of beer pong, I didn't say this, I am saying this. Best kind of beer pong is strip beer pong. I know if anyone's played it, but it's pretty raucous. I know, who knew? They actually, there's a YouTube channel that was doing strip beer pong. No kidding. Now obviously they didn't show anything, but you know. I thought that was really funny that they turned it into like a strip game. It's such a great way to get to know people. You know? There's, just pray you're not the loser. I mean, unless you like showing off, of course, in which case there's no problems there. But, you know, if anyone sat there naked, it's a bit awkward, like, so good. So I think I'm gonna have a coffee before the night's out. Oh yeah, I told you I was gonna tell you something? Sure, yes. So, I've been seeing so many adverts for, like, mushroom coffees and stuff. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, like, I'll give you an example. There's like, what the hell's it called there? Lion's Mane or something? And Lion's Mane is supposed to, like, help mental clarity. And to be honest, I tried mental clarity. I wish. I tried Lion's Mane via, like, I think I bought, like, a bottle of pills of it. It's just a herbal thing, right? And I tried it for like 2 months, and it didn't like turn me into like super brain or anything. I'm waiting to give it a go, but this was mixed with a whole load of other stuff as well. It's called like rainbow dust or something like that. It wasn't too expensive to be honest, so I've bought it from Amazon, I think. Well, I'm going to give it a go, and I'll let you know. Basically, my brain is foggy as hell, which is why I'm just so disconnected all the time. So I need to come up with some way to like just bring focus back. Oh, right, okay. So, Ray, answer me this, mate. How long have you been on that, and have you noticed any difference, and how big is that difference? I'm interested, because this is a thing I'm trying to get into now, because my brain has been just so foggy for so long, and I honestly, I think it's just because I'm getting older, but it's, yeah, I'm losing the ability to concentrate on stuff I'd love to be able to know. Oh, it's pretty good, is it? Yeah. How am I still in VR chat? Because Zed, I am magical, and I can cross dimensions using my mind. Yeah. No, I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna assume Zed. It might be... So it would disconnect me if, like, the player positionals and the VoIP stuff was down, okay? It would literally throw me out. Usually when these systems go down, it's not that they're completely down. So when you've got these services, they're made of, like... Sorry if I'm completely over-explaining here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Whatever. Just for the benefit of everyone else watching. So these things are all just loads of different services. So it could be the login services down. I haven't looked at the status page. Or it could be maybe the world loading or session initialization services are down. It might just be because I've been a lazy frog and I've been sat in this world the whole time playing games. Yeah. Possibly. I don't know, we'll see. But hey, as you said, I'm still here, so must be doing something right. You've been drinking it for 2 years, far too expensive, $30 a bag on a 2-bag subscription is overkill. Definitely helps with endurance and vitality working 12 hours a day, 30 days. Okay, yeah, so this stuff that I've bought is kind of like, it advertises itself as like it's like a mushroom coffee. I don't know if it's like I drink it once a day or something, because I drink a lot of coffee, right? And I don't think the coffee is why I get mental fog, or at least if I stop drinking the coffee, I don't really notice much of a difference. I love the smell of coffee. I absolutely love it. That's why I drink coffee. It's the smell. I think the caffeine does help wake me up a little bit, but I think also I do think that caffeine can relax me a little bit. It depends. It's a really double-edged sword. Sometimes when I drink too much coffee, I get completely spazzed, and I'm like, I can't settle down, I'm shaky, and like I just, God, you know, it's freaking out. And sometimes when I drink coffee, it takes me calm. I like that. But yeah, oh, see you later, Golden. But enjoy your gym session. Enjoy your gym session. States way too much jiggle and wiggle has tipped the system over the limit. I mean, it's... Wait, you make it jiggle more, maybe that'll bring it back. Come on. I have to kill you. Okay. Jiggle and wiggle. Yeah, oh, that's another thing I'm trying at the moment, Clyde, as well. I've just tried changing up my hashtags for some other popular hashtags that are used by similar streamers. I have seen in the last 2 days that has had a very slight effect. So I don't know, like on Kick and Twitch, they're very similar. I think you can have up to 10 hashtags. Just have a look at what a hashtag, like, have an argument with Gemini, push in some of the hashtags on very popular streams, look for unique things. Something I found, apparently, like, British accents are very popular, because most of the people watching you are going to be Americans, and they like British accents, so use that, you know? Yeah, yes, someone once told me that actually nobody really enjoys the taste of coffee, because the taste of coffee is like, it's a sort of a zing. It's a dusty and bricky zing. Good strong coffee is a zing, but it's not. If you were to cover your nose completely, coffee would not be anywhere near as enjoyable. But it's the smell hitting your nose. We used to do this weird thing in work, right, where every time someone bought a new coffee jar, would basically... Someone would be the first to open it, and whether it was a sort of Nescafe Azera or a Carte Noire, they'd basically get it and get the full ready, and you just rip the foil off and just take in that sniff, and you'd get that first hit of everything that had been condensed into that can just escape the jar and go up your nose, and it's like, that makes me sound like a crack addict. However, no, it generally is so nice. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, no, just you've got to definitely look at what hashtags other people who are doing similar things use, and then decide which ones you think are right for you, and just switch them around every now and then. Like, I found more people are discovering me now because I've switched them around to popular hashtags that other VTubers are using. Yeah. Yeah. And apparently British VTubers are really popular because people love British accents, as you said, they love them. It's wonderful. And I could stand here talking all day, you know? But what are we doing? Okay, we have 5 minutes left of the stream, whereas I'll just keep talking. So yeah, looking forward to the mushroom coffee tip. That could be wonderful. But yeah, we'll see. I wonder what's through this, like, there's a bit of rock here just behind me that I've never actually explored behind, just over here. Let's go have a look at it, because I haven't really explored it that side of the map, and I do think it's probably not much there, but we'll go check. So let's just, so my feet aren't moving today, which is why I keep pulling the camera close to my face, because I've turned the locomotion off. I found when you're in worlds with uneven terrain, having the auto locomotion on makes it look like you're really having special time. It's not good. Just literally I could be like walking around and I just keep like looking like I'm falling. It is really weird, so I just kind of turned it off. So just gotta remember to bring in the camera nice and close, so when I move, you don't see my feet are absolutely not moving. If they shout you, hey, oh my goodness. Okay, so really, as expected, there is not much over here. Just see. I wonder if it's a nice vantage point up here, though. Sorry. I'm sliding. Slipping, sliding all over the place. Can I jump up here? Yes, I can. Can I jump up here? Oh, this is a bit more tricky. It's more tricky, guys. I know we might have it. Straight. Come on, we can do this. Now I fell down. This reminds me of a beach in Mallorca. It's a beach called, I don't know, the beach was called Caligran. The area was called Caligran. Nice. Full of like older, sort of more retired people, but, very exciting. I like Mallorca. But we see it was the quieter side of it as well. It was the least party side. Still a lot of stuff going on. Lots of lovely restaurants and nightclubs. We went to this wonderful nightclub, and we danced it all night with all these Spanish people. It was so nice. Yeah, I miss that. I miss that sort of like small seaside town. Thank you. But I miss, you know, when you go like to little small seaside towns, like I hate like big massive nightclubs that have like thousands of people in them, because they're just so pointless. They're just full of like silly people. They just cram them all in like silly sardines. But when you go to like the little nightclubs, so you just go in there, you have a dance. There's only like about probably maybe 20, 30 people in their tops, but it's just so much nicer. And there's no queues at the bar, because I mean, like, Ben will tell you I'm super impatient when it comes to like, you know, ordering drinks. So if I see there's loads of people at the bar, I won't get up. I'll just like sit down and wait for them to all piss off. But the problem is they never do in a nightclub. There's always lots of people. But when you go into like the smaller nightclubs, so you just have a better time. I think. Yeah. It's always fun when no one speaks the same language as well. It's you see, just end up like using exaggerated hand gestures and dance moves to sort of talk to people. Super cool. Oh my goodness, 3 minutes left of the stream, guys. Wow, okay, we are getting there. So tomorrow, I don't know what the plan for tomorrow is, to be honest. I'll think of something. It might be Euro Truck. I do want to line up Jenny to play some Phasma EBM with me as well, so we'll have some practice rounds on that, because I need to work out like how she's going to play it and how I'm going to play it and how we're going to sit together on that, because my mistake when I streamed that first time is I didn't know jack shit about it, and that's the problem, so it wasn't very fun. And I think, you know, it's about time we got just a little bit organised with this stuff. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, Jay's brought me a bounty ice cream. Hey! What do you think she has? She bought me bought a coconut ice cream, guys. So, oh, thank you very much. Wonderful. Look at this. I eat a bite of ice cream right now. Here, see what I thought? Oh, my mum. Wait, Jenny says hello, I think. Oh, that's good. Some really hand signals. You live? So yes, real ice cream. If you guys have never had bounty ice cream bars, do. Right then. Good way around right. Hello? Yeah. But thank you. Where? Thank you, Liam. I actually don't know what a bit is. I'm so fucking pleased with the ship. Thank you. And also, some Paddy's Day event in Fish. We'll have to have a look at that, but that'll probably be early evening. Like I said, I think we've had enough members of our community, I'm sorry, wow, that was a slip. They have sort of mentioned they don't want to be in Fish every night now, so I'm going to be mindful of that and just take people to where the times are good. Away from that. I think Fish has been a boon, but I love Fish because it did bring people together, but what I noticed is that actually over time, and there are people who are really like playing it to play it, and that's great, don't get me wrong, they want to progress. There's also a lot of people who really just, they're there to see people, and what's happening is because the map is so big, it's actually causing people to segregate. So, we need to bring that back. And makes revels comfortable, and people can still play, like, everyone's free to do whatever they want at the end of the day, but Yay. No problem, Wayne. Left a lovely to you to say thank you. So I'm mouthful of ice cream right now. Thank you, Liam. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. I've got about 1 minute left, so I'm actually just going to terminate here and enjoy the rest of this ice cream, but thank you so much. So from me, at the beach, with the coconut ice cream, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow, this has been a really chill stream. I'm on a big day out, so I mean, I didn't really want to sit down and play a game for 2 hours, to be honest. But Hot Seat was good. It was a nice cat down breeze of it tonight. And then tomorrow we'll actually play a game. It'll probably be some Euro Truck. I want to get better at that. I think that game has a lot to give. And I also want to find a mod that allows me to drive any car. I'm sure this isn't possible, but they can cause the game to crash. So I'm going to have to go off and practice some of this. But, yeah. Well, thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to end the stream now. Have a safe night.